Test, test. Can y'all hear me? Cool, 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 cool. So, good morning, good morning. Not financial advice, educational purposes only. I've been up quite a while this morning, but I haven't really been trading. The only thing I traded was uh 4 a.m. This little pop right here. I saw Moon Market and I almost shared it in the Discord, but I wasn't sure if it was going to really pop or really an action plan for it. But Moon Market did pump this over the weekend. He had like a YouTube video. So um, I was up at 4 a.m. and noticed this pop. So played this little move. But besides that, I haven't really played much this morning. Kind of under the weather. Couldn't sleep, so that's why I was up. But 7 o'clock is right around the corner. So get my top gainers pulled up on my phone. Make sure I'm logged in. Trade Ideas is up and running. We're ready to go. Decent amount of PRs are coming out. BRTX. I don't think it's moving yet, but that news looks like it might move it. Yeah, it's pushing up a little bit. But it's stuck. Nice, Colin. Back to home turf. KXIN sub. Man, I'm so tired of these like less than 50-cent stocks, but I might play it. BRTX is starting to push up a little bit now. I guess KXIN is going to be my main focus if it gets over 50 cents. Let me do a little bit of research on it. Not much institutional ownership, 22 million float. Insider ownership's low. Oh, come on, bro. Get over 50 cents. DYPH is popping now. We're getting a high retest, so I'm about to grab some locates. It's pushing past it now, so I'm not jumping in blindly. So let's see where it's going. I don't like that it broke a new high over this level. I don't know, maybe it doesn't hold, but I'm not in it just yet. Pretty extended move though. I already got some locates on it, so I might start just scaling into it slowly here in 370s. So I got some orders all the way up to 4, but I'm in it now. because it kind of stopped pushing up. So let me see what else is moving. So KXIN struggling to get to 50 cents where I was wanting to play it. Got the wrong chart pulled up. So yeah, I'm just in this one right now. I'm just gonna see if it fades back down some. So yeah, no new news. But y'all know I'm not a big fan of like multi-day runners, so this one's been pushing up for a few days now. So this is not the one I'm gonna hold to for a complete flush. Ooh, there we go. We're falling a little bit now. I would like for it to come down a little bit more. There we go. Now we're in the 350s. Trimming some here. The BRTX, oh, it did end up pushing up a little bit. KXIN, I bet it got over 50 cents and I wasn't ready. Yep, it did. Crap. That's okay. See if it comes back. What's the, I did look up the news on this one. KXIN. I'm not seeing much. Man, this has been a beast. I think it started running, was this Wednesday? This is the ticket that was LPTX, the one that has a 200 million shares of dilution, crypto treasury. Earnings were terrible, but just slightly less terrible. I don't know why this one has been so bullish, to be honest. Missed my entry on KXIN. I wasn't looking at it. Ooh, BRTX. That was a nasty flush. So I got out of CYPH in the 350s. I'm not going to enter it real quick. I want to see if it pushes a little bit higher to 4 this time. Then I might enter it. But again, I don't love these multi-day runners. They're not my favorite, but if there's a super extended move, like I'll play it like I just did. But I really like the irrelevant tickers that pop and then they just die. What I mean by irrelevant is like they've been irrelevant for, you know, some time, dormant. I haven't been looking at y'all's comments, so I'll look in just a second. I'm trying to feel like I didn't play the 7 o'clock very well. Okay, see what y'all are saying. BG out of ZYME. Ooh, that thing did flush, didn't it? Oh man, nice. Yeah, they'll and y'all probably know this, but when some things make excessive moves like that in the pre-market before 7 o'clock, if there's some 7 o'clock pops, it's very common for these to flush like this, but you are taking a risk because sometimes they do push back up at 7, but if there's distractions like there were today, they tend to flush, and that one definitely flushed. Nice job, BG. Yeah, I missed my entry on this one. Look at it, it's gonna flush now. This one hurts because I was talking about if it gets over 50 cents, but whatever. We'll get some more plays, or unless it's another slow week. And I know y'all, a lot of y'all only tune in to the pre-market. We've still been finding ways to make some money, especially last, what was it, Friday? We had a lot of people made good money on the end of day fades and stuff. So y'all get to see me pre-market, but lately pre-market, I have not been making any money, very little money. There just hasn't been opportunities, but intraday has presented more opportunities, especially end of day fades. So since CYPH is still hanging out, it wasn't like a. That's why I hopped out too, is because it goes back to being like a multi-day runner. Could it go right back to 310? Yeah, for sure. But I might wait on this one until I see it make a more extended move. This could be a first red day setup. I know some of these other short sellers are into that. Might be something to stay close to. Or it might break new highs and keep pushing today. You preach NPR, yeah. No, that's a good way to look at it. Still been having decent days though. But it's I've been having to trade a lot more, and it's mostly been intraday. But yeah, pre-market's been a little brutal. I love pre-market, but um, there hasn't been as many opportunities. And again, y'all know I kind of joke around and say I'm not that good of a trader. I really subconsciously don't think I'm that great of a trader, but I'm good at finding like holes. And one of the biggest holes in this pre-market shorting is the money rotation, and it works best when there's a lot of tickers moving. So when there's only one or two tickers moving, it's a little bit difficult. Meaning when one pops, another one drops if you're new. So, but it's made me, I think it's probably made me a better trader, but the edge is still there with short selling, but it's just not as blatantly obvious. Good way to put it, I guess. Good morning, good morning. But we did have some nasty fades on Friday though. I did have a good day trading that day. Actually, all week was good, but needed to make up for it because the week before that, I ended my 30-day win streak with two red days in a row, week before last. And it was me breaking my rules, trading hours that I usually don't, like late after hours. I don't like trading because statistically I don't do as well. And then I did it, and I gave back all my gains both days in a row. But last week was all green. But I try to be honest with y'all. I make bonehead plays sometimes too, or all the time, frequently. But that's what happens when I have a win streak, like not just 30 trading days. So my confidence gets high. I think I can trade whatever, and then I get slapped. The market always finds a way to humble you. But they were small losses, 1,500 and 1,000. So that's actually a win for me because I consistently win. I just can't have big losses because that's why I had a 50K month last month. In September, I had a 34-ish K because I had a 12K loss one day, and those hurt. The recent stock being the top gainer doesn't give me much confidence in the market today. I know, bro. Yeah, pre-market's been rough. Like I said, it's been a slow market overall, but the intraday we've been seeing a little bit more. What's DFLI doing? Starting to curl up a little bit, but still needs to bounce a little bit more before I'm interested. If we get a retest of $1.10, I'll be interested. Who knows? Maybe even this dollar level might be a good entry, but I'm gonna wait, see if it pushes a little bit more. I don't know what this white line is for. At some level previously. Oh, maybe it was this. I don't know. Morning, morning. It's pretty slow again. Yeah, I didn't make much off that CYPH play because I got out quick. But I did decent on VEE, VEEE at 4 a.m. But I usually don't play these 4 a.m. pops. I'm just feeling under the weather and can't sleep. I'm just gonna keep an eye on the top gainers, and I'll let y'all know if I see anything. Y'all let me know if you see anything, or if there's anything you want me to look at. Oh my gosh, what a nasty flush on this one. Look at this. I was distracted by CYPH. I said if this gets over 50 cents, but that means nothing now. Beautiful flush. Hope one of y'all caught it. And that's something I'm gonna start trying to do a little bit more of. I noticed when I looked, so y'all have heard me say many times that 2024 was my best year last year. And I would be I gotta have some crazy November, December to beat it, and I don't think that's gonna happen. And I'm okay with that, but I did notice looking at the data, I did play a little bit more recklessly last year, I'll admit, but I did hold a lot longer. So my average win was like 6 to 7%, or actually my average gain was like 6 to 7%. It's fallen to like 3 or 4% now. So especially these early pops like this, I wanted to start trying to hold them longer. And this is like a good example of one. But yeah, basically I was holding like twice as long as I do now. That makes a big difference. And there were more to play. I feel like there was more plays last year too. We had some slow periods, but not like this slow. This is like astronomically slow. Probably the slowest I've seen since I've started trading small caps. EYME was a good short. No, it was very good. I think BG caught it, but I didn't play this one. Try to, if they get this price range, I usually not too interested. And that might be a rule I should look at again in the future. But usually, if they're a small cap, very low market cap, I'll explain my reasoning. A small cap, yes, small market cap, and they're trading for this, that means their float's usually super tiny. But I did notice this one, the float was 72 million, but it's a $1 billion market cap. So I don't usually short these if it's over 200 million. I usually just don't have as much of an edge. They typically don't give back like this, but this one did. But yeah, it was a very good short. Probably one of the better ones of the day. And BG just posted it in the Discord. Look like you caught a decent sized move too. few bucks for sure. Yeah, I don't know what to do about CYPH. I see your comment. Um, I really want to short it if it makes an excessive move up, but going back to it being a multi-day runner, I don't love that. Even though I've had decent success that on Wednesday, decent success, a very good success on Friday. This is one of the main ones I was talking about that I did well. Kind of pyramided in, got an entry here, caught the flush, got an entry here, added, added, and caught a pretty nasty flush on it. But I like this one better on backside, I think, because I don't know where it's going to push to today. But if it does push up, you know, similar to how this move was, if one candle is excessive like this first one was, I'll play it. But I'm not going to just kind of jump in on these little small candles. But if it goes from like 315 to 380, you know, that's what kind of got me originally interested in it. Those usually, the next candle is usually red, like this one. Just like whenever you see a red death candle, you know what I mean? Like not just a little red candle, but like one that covers a large area. Usually the next candle is green. So a similar concept. So if I see another move like that, I'll play it. But yeah, this one, who knows? This might be a decent long today. But I mean, I'm not going to take it, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. Thanks for the heads up. Because if it does want to make a excessive move, I'll be interested. Yeah, the daily, I haven't pulled it up. I can only imagine how bullish it looks. Yeah, beast. Look at this. Interesting though. It struggled to get, so it's popped to $5. Oops, wrong one. It's popped to $5, and right below it, and probably because it was approaching the 200 EMA there, it stopped a little before it. But this 480 to $5 is historically a resistance level. That's a long ways from where it's at now, but if it gets up there, I'll definitely be interested. Yeah, out of the three to play this morning, BRTX, DF, no, KXIN, and CYPH. I think I played the wrong one. I did made like 120 bucks on it. Nothing crazy, but there wasn't much move to catch. I think I picked the wrong one, but that's all right. And I made about 300 on VEEE at 4 a.m. So I'm only sitting at about four. That doesn't make sense. Well, no, that does make sense. Yeah, 439.82. So I made a little over 120 probably, or made a little more on VEE. It's hard to tell on mobile because it doesn't show what you made each play. So you kind of got to manually do the math. But going back to how I used to trade last year, it's like I still had a lot of these little base hits, these 200, $500 wins. But then I usually would have like one or two plays where it was just like I would hold a little bit longer and I would, get a nasty, pretty big win on those. Got to start incorporating that more, like holding more. But there hasn't been much to play to hold. And without money rotation, sometimes it's not smart to hold because if that's the main one moving, they usually recover. So it's a balance. But we'll see a hot market here soon. Um, and that'll probably be the time to hold a little bit longer when attention's getting stolen from these plays. $7:30, 1 minute away. So I'm gonna have the PRs pulled up. Let's see if I see anything interesting come out. Some cash dividends, some year-over-year growth. Earnings. Nothing looks that amazing, but let's see if any of them bounce. Or pop, I guess you should say. Nope, not seeing anything. Hey, the brutal pre-market continues. It's crazy. After hours has been more active than pre-market. And after hours hasn't been that great either, but no Friday. There's quite a few. Yo, I got a question since it's slow. Do you know where you can find what firm is investing or trading on behalf of a ticker? Um, so I use you can find it on. Yeah, that's what to say. So I'm not supposed to really. Let me see. Well, let me pull it up first, so I'm not just blindly looking. So AskEdgar, yeah, that's kind of my go-to um to find it. But give me just a second. I So if you look at I kind of got some of it cut out. Here you go. So yeah, AskEdgar is mainly where I look up. They have a underwriter lookup section. So when things pop, it'll show um, it'll show that information. I don't pay too much attention to it, but there's something to it because a lot of these underwriters will do some of the same like I don't know how to explain it. Like if they drop offerings at in the the first hour of the day, consistently, or they do it after hours, or they typically do this. And so the Discord of AskEdgar, I don't try to y'all know I don't try to be too salesy with y'all, but I went a while without this. And like for example, let's look up HC. What was it? Wainwright, I think. It's one of the main ones. I might be spelling it wrong. Yeah, so I probably don't get any results. Let's see, HC. I don't know, but every time a ticker pops, Ask Edgar's Discord is like next level. They for so what's one that popped today? Let's just do VEE from this morning. So a bot sends out all of its information, including so the pro gap scan, it sends out information about it, the chart pattern analysis. Here it is. Here's the offering around the time of pre-market. It shows who the underwriter is. The historic last 5 times is popped or 4 times. And then it gives like the pro gap scan. This is the main thing I look at, I think. Yeah. So it gives like a quick little rundown of the company. And like historically, every time it pops, how high it usually goes. So I don't utilize this enough, but whenever I'm in a position, especially like end of day fades and stuff, where I'm going to be in it for more than like a few minutes, I try to dig into this stuff a little bit more. But that's my best answer is the Ask Edgar. Unfortunately, that is the paid version, not the free version, but that's where if I was to start looking, I would look there. Yeah, no, there's a strategy to that for sure, Zach, because let me see, where's it listed on there? 10K. Yeah, Martin, again, I I went a long time without the paid version, but I really like it now. Because again, it goes back, I probably pay for too many things, but if it just improves my edge 1%, and then I have a 50K month last month times 0.01, then that's $500. It's not $500 a month. You know what I mean? So, and it definitely improves my edge more than 1%. So it's kind of how I look at it. But I don't dig into that much. But there's something to checking the underwriter. Maybe Martin, can you answer this question better? Oh yeah, way better than dilution tracker. But I think it would be the 10K. But I do recommend digging in. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert at it to tell you where to look, but it does show all that information on the Ask Edgar stuff. Let me see if I can find, how do you say, is it H.C. Wainwright? And I do have a link for it in my description too, so with a discount if they're not running any right now. Oh, I spelled it wrong. This is how you spell it. Got it. So yeah, whenever it sends out the pro gap alert, it has like for example a section that says like investors in a bank, underwriter, and then it'll say like HC Wainwright. I'll probably explain that poorly, but long story short, AskEdgar has it. But yeah, there's some people that trade specifically like that too. I noticed on AskEdgar, they'll like follow certain underwriters like that because they know their style, what tricks they usually have up their sleeve, and they're usually predictable. So there's probably an edge there for sure, for sure. But yeah, I think it's like $40 a month maybe, and then I have like a 20%. I don't know what my discount is. I have a little discount, and they give you a discount if you do yearly, but I usually don't do yearly. Any trades today? Very little, Martin. Very, very little. Two trades. One at 4 a.m. The VEEE. I know you talked about it in the Discord. I got my locates early. Mine were only $10 for 1,000 shares, and they were not one-time use. I still have them. Should have sold them back, honestly. Probably would have made a profit on them. But I thought it would recover at some point today. And I might want to use them again, but I don't think it has. No, it has not. If it does, it'll be at this level of 200. It'll bounce off this, I think, but I don't think it will. Or it might not. I don't know. And then took a little position on CYPH. Didn't make much on it. Just this move. You got it, Martin. I'm scared of this one too. Multi-day runners are not my favorite. But if it gets up to 480 to $5, I'll be interested. Because it historically has popped here and struggled. So if it breaks above that, I will be very surprised. So I might not play it. And the reason I did play it was just because y'all know I like these excessive moves up. So right at 7 o'clock, it made basically a 70-cent candle move up. So I played that and caught a little flush on it. But outside of that, I don't want to just hold on to this one. I don't want to. This is not one to enter and just hold on and hope it fades. It might, but I don't think that's the one you want to do it with. I don't even know what to pull up on the screen. I hate them all. Maybe DFLI if it pushes to 110, 114, I'll play it, but I don't really like any of these. Agree, candles. We have a similar thesis. Had to learn that the hard way, though. So I try to share the little tips and tricks I've learned along the way. Because there's a huge edge in short selling these, but there's a few things you gotta be cautious of. And it took me losing a lot of money before I figured it out. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but a decent amount of money. Lost 50K before I was ever profitable. Then as soon as I started short selling, I immediately became profitable, oddly enough. But I took bigger losses than I should have along the way because I didn't try to do it solo. Learn the hard way. Good morning. What's your thoughts on Kimpo? That's the whole reason why I'm public, bro. Because they reached out and interviewed me. So I was on one of their episodes. Uh, so I'm gonna be honest about Kimpo. I'm not gonna throw any shade. They're the reason. So my story is I was always private trader, and then Kimpo reached out, and then I tried. I'm a business guy. You'll know I run dispensaries. I got real estate. So I saw it as an opportunity. So I did a little beta test, created a free group circle, just to see if anybody would be interested. Because I know short selling small caps is very tiny niche. Like I'm never going to have, on YouTube 100,000, million followers or whatever. Like future traders or options traders or whatever, because there's just not a lot of people that's into this. So I was like, let me do a little beta test, see if anybody would be interested. And there were a decent amount of people, and it was a pretty cool little community we built. Um, so I was like, let's just try to grow it, and I'll go public, and so that's how I got here. Um, but yeah, no, I think Kimfo's cool, but I do notice that going public and being on Kimfo was a little difficult for me because everybody could see my trades I'm trying to teach, and then I'm making flaws. So I don't know. I support Kimfo, and I think you should always seek following gurus or traders that can verify their trades for sure. So I do like that, but some of the Kimfo data was actually inaccurate for me sometimes. I would have to reach out to them and get them to fix it or attempt to get them to fix it. So Kimfo, nothing's perfect. So, but yeah, I think Kimfo is legit for sure. I think you should always seek verified traders. But yeah, I interviewed with him, like did a little podcast with him. I think it was February, March. You can look it up on Kimfo. And the brain injury dude. I think that was something to do with the title. ONMD. If we don't drop a like on this video, the market will not pick up people. Exactly, Alex. Yeah, no, I appreciate all the likes, guys, all the subs. Try to be real with y'all. Try to be honest with y'all. I don't hide anything through a paywall. Like I do have a little group, but if you ask me questions here, I'll answer them. ONMD. Oh, dang, I did miss a pop. I'm over here talking about Kimfo. But it's still not that much. I probably wouldn't have played it. That's not even a 10% pop, is it? Man, we get some weak pops lately. Wow. Like we are getting some pops, but like just no follow through, just super weak. And typically I don't like to jump in anything. In hot markets, I don't like to get in anything under 50%. What is this level I drew though? I'm pulling it up. I'm not interested in it yet, but I'm getting close. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sit this one out, guys. I don't want to get in the routine of getting in little pops like here. It's probably gonna flush and you can make some money, but even in slow markets, I struggle getting into a little pop like this. But I appreciate y'all putting it on my radar. Keep doing that, but I can't. I don't want to get in the habit of getting into these little pops. One Med Net reports 815% bookings increase and 4.5x increase in inbound demand. I don't know what I'm looking for here, guys, to be honest. I want to see it like around 2 before I'm interested. I'm just being honest. I might sit on my hands with this one. There's some levels at 2 that's interesting, but again, y'all are do your thing. If y'all want to get in pops like this, be my guest. I won't throw shade, but I can't get in a 12-15% pop. Because once I get used to that, they're going to start pushing to 50, 100%. That's why I kind of have that rule. I cut quicker now, so I could probably get away with it, but back in the day, I didn't cut as quick as I do now, so if I got in too early, I'd get burned. Could maybe play this 170 retest, though. I might get in here. If it gets close to 170 and then just if it breaks a new high, get out. But man, I don't love these plays like this. All right, I'm in at 166. I'm gonna cut if it breaks a new high. Risk a few cents, see if it flushes. But again, I don't love it. The news was actually pretty decent. Sound like pretty solid growth, to be honest. So let's see. But since nothing's really holding up, I'm gonna try it. But I'm assuming I'm gonna lose on these, on this one, on these little baby pops like this. Thousand shares, 166. Breaks new high, I cut. Then I might re-enter round 2. See if it holds. If it does hold above that level, I'm gonna cut. Added some at 170 since it looks weak. Not confident it's going to hold, so I'm in 2,000 shares, average 168. I like to wait for the 5-minute to close above the level so I don't get faked out. But if it does start running, obviously I'm going to cut, but it only got a few cents above it and couldn't hold, then flushed back down, so I'm still in it. I wouldn't be surprised if it pushes though, because just nothing else really running right now. Here it goes. That's why I didn't want to get in it. But nobody forced me. It's on me. But still, let's see if it holds. But the news seemed pretty decent. Pretty solid growth. You know, I would have to dig in to really tell, but I do like that 8 o'clock's right around the corner, so attention will probably get stolen from this one. So I'm back to break even. I should just trim back down to 1,000 shares, but I'm gonna sit in it. It's struggling to push. There we go. Trimmed 1,000 shares at 163. So now I'm only in 1,000 shares, and I'll just see if these flush. That was more just to control my size because I don't want to be in 2,000 shares on this one. I don't have that much faith in it. But made like 40 bucks on those 1,000 shares, and I'll just hold these just to see if they flush. It was less of a take profit, more to get my size down. If I do have to stop out. But yeah, this is like a C setup, maybe a D setup. Shouldn't even probably take it, but we'll try it. I do like that 8 o'clock is 4 minutes away, so as long as it doesn't keep pushing and breaking new highs, there's a good chance this one will flush at 8 if there's just anything decent to steal attention away. But that's a big ask lately, though. And for y'all that don't know, I'm a mobile trader, so that's if you ever see me looking in a weird direction, or the reason why I don't share my entries on the screen is because I trade on my phone, TradeZero mobile. And I do not recommend it. I think I'm at a disadvantage, but it's just what I'm used to. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Nice little push down. I'm gonna try to hold it, honestly. I don't know if this is the right one to hold. I can't figure that out yet. The ones I hold sometimes don't fade, and the ones I cut quick fade hard. So it's part of my strategy. I'm still trying to dial in. It's hard not to trim some of this though, because I mean it's only up 15% now. How much more is it going to fade? But I'm gonna hold on a little bit longer, since 8 o'clock is 3 minutes away. There is a little push CMND. Oh, nice. Look at this thing go. Dang, it's back above VWAP. But CNMD. Is that what you said? There's a little push. Oh, CMND. Oh, it is pushing, but it's less than 50 cents, so I can't mess with it. Dang, this thing done recovered back above VWAP. That's why I take profit quick. Eight o'clock, 2 minutes away. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to hold this one. There's nothing to really hold. Should have got out at 150, 150s, but I'm only at 1,000 shares, so I'm just going to hold it since 8 o'clock is 1 minute away. See if we get a complete flush back down. Like I said, the news seemed decent. It was definitely growth. No, you're right, Alex. I think you're right for sure. Man, these are some weak plays though. Because like I would have to enter a decent size to make money on this play. You know what I mean? Where I'd like to trade smaller and just play bigger moves. Yes. Jesus Christ, that was loud this time. Sorry guys if that was loud on y'all side. That's the 8 o'clock fake out. See if we get anything moving. RPTX.
RPTX. ORKT.
All right, I'm getting out of OMD. I had an order at 152. It got filled. So I'm out of this one. But are y'all seeing anything else moving? AMIX. AMIX. I missed it. Look where it went to, the dollar psychological level. Dang. Nice little flush from there. SGML is pushing up now, but I'm not interested in it. This is on like a multi-day run situation. AMIX pushing back to $1. I'm grabbing some locates. I'll pull it up on the screen in just a second. I might play the dollar level if it gets back up there. Should probably look at what the news is. AMIX.
AMIX.
Cancer news. All right, I'm in it. 99 cents. If it breaks, I'll probably just cut though, till because it's looking pretty strong. Oh, but I actually kind of like this level though. Dang, it broke through that. Pretty good resistance there. $6 million float. So the news. Post HOC subgroup analysis of his first in human POC1 study reporting sustained clinically meaningful quality of life gains. So I have an order waiting at 109, just FYI. So the results are retrospective and requires prospective validation. Only 6 patients. I don't know. It's really not that great of news, guys, but it still might push. And if it starts holding over 110, I'll probably just cut. Okay, I'm back to break even since I at 105, but it's bouncing now. So I trimmed my size down at 105 where it was close to break even. So I'm only at 1,000 shares now. Average is 104. So I'll see what it does here a little bit. But if it starts breaking above 114, I might cut. There we go. Now we're down to 101. There we go. All right. Trim some more at 99. So I'm only in 500 shares. My thesis has changed on it. It was supposed to fell at $1 and it didn't. So I think it might keep pushing. So I might just completely get out of it right here. Yeah, I got out. So didn't make anything on it, basically break even. But if it pushes back to 109, 115, I might play it again, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in it yet. I'm not in it yet. Now it's breaking new highs. I'm not gonna get back in it till, let me see if there's a level that I really like. So 113 is the pivot level, so that's interesting.
AMIX.
So I'm still not in it, guys. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I want to see what it does around this pivot level. Does it break a new high? Does it keep running? All right, I'm back in at 110, but I'm not even waiting for a candle to close. If it breaks above this candle, I'm probably just gonna cut. So 1,000 shares, 110. So if it breaks and holds above 115, I'm just gonna get out. I don't like how it's like keep the volume's increasing on it, but there we go, a little flush. Got out at 102. Didn't make hardly anything, made 80 bucks, but in these kind of markets, I guess I'll take it. Oh, watch it flush now. Oh, it's flushing now. Jesus. It's like it's wanting to fight back though, but yeah, I think the news is weak, honestly. I'm usually pretty good at interpreting this news, but it's really hard to understand some of the terminology. But clearly the company said results will inform its multi-center US clinical trial plan to start in 2026. So like they haven't even started clinical trials yet. So this news is basically irrelevant. Because they still have to pass phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, FDA approval, hope for a buyout, got to get money if not to get the drug to market. So there's a lot of best case scenario. This news will affect them in maybe like 2028, 2029, you know what I mean? Like they might can make some money off of it, but um fundamentally nothing has changed about this company. Yeah, let me look at comments. I've been ignoring y'all. Appreciate it, Scott. That's a nice. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I should be focused on CYPH. What do you mean? CYPH. This multi-day runner kind of scares me a little bit, Mahal. But that was a pretty good flush. Yeah, I should have left some here, but honestly, this market's so tough to trade in lately. I'm a little skittish jumping in and out quick, but at least I can see how I manage my position, get out little wins, then get my average back up, play it down. But it's a tough market. Good call. The 200 daily SMAs at 160. Yeah, this one might keep fading. I don't know, but I'm not going to try to guess what it's going to do. So what else is moving? See, y'all said SGML. SGML. A little big for me. 700 million market cap. Reason I don't like these because they kind of do this. They kind of just like grind up. Typically. But it is a big move up. You know, I talk about it like these super extended candles, and we did, even with this bigger market cap, you see this, it did flush down the next candle, but it's pushing back up now. So I'll probably leave this one alone. Oh man, this is a tough market. 500 and...
AMIX.
Oh, did it push back up? Yeah, it did. Dang, it got all the way to 90, then pushed back up. So the question now is, do I play the retest to these levels, or do I wait for it to push a little more? And the monthly pivot, which it seemed to respect, is right here at 113. So maybe we'll play the 113 level again, then cut if it breaks above it. Let me get ready for it. It looks like I might get a chance. But if I do play this 113 level, I'm going to cut quick if it breaks above it, because it has just so much more room to run. I'm not in it yet. I'm waiting to see what the price action does here. I know that's crazy for me because I like to enter. Okay, I'm gonna enter. All right, I'm in at 112. But again, I'm going to cut quick if it starts pushing higher. because there's nothing to distract from this play right now. That's the part that scares me. It's like all eyes are on this play. It's got 19 million shares traded. So low confidence in this play, guys. It's not an A setup, but I'll play this retest level. Low risk, as if it breaks that level, I'm just gonna cut quick. So I do think there's a chance it keeps pushing, but let's see. Added another 1,000 shares at 115, but again, still can play it very tight. So if it holds above this level, much time at all, I'm just gonna cut. Did it break a new high? Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting out. I don't like this play. Don't really like this play. So I'm still in 1,000 shares. I cut 1,000, so I'm gonna see what happens here. Oh man, look, it's about to fall back. That's why I like for the 5 minute to close, but I thought it was about to rip. So still in 1,000 shares. Let's see what happens. But I don't love this play, guys. I'm just be honest. If it was in a little bit hotter market, I would, because I would, could bank on something stealing attention from it, because it's not like making new high. It's not like every 30 seconds making a new high. It's like it's not running hard against me by any means, but this is a perfect money rotation play, kind of hanging around this level. But I'm not confident something else is going to be moving to steal attention from it. So got to see what happens. Ooh, Ordo, SGM. Oh, SGML does. I thought you said AMIX does. Yeah, SGML is too big for me, anyways. Market cap's too big. Let me know if y'all see anything else. Just gonna keep an eye on this one. I'm only in 1,000 shares, so nothing crazy. this one's pushing. So let's, I'm gonna pull up the daily. None of these levels are really that strong. This 130, this 135, 140, like none of these levels are really that great. So I don't think there's really much to slow it down. Maybe right here. So it's previously popped to 130. It's wicked down a couple times in this area. Maybe that's where I'll add some size. I'll add a couple thousand shares there. If it pops to it, acknowledges it, I'll be ready. A couple thousand shares there. Because the news, again, guys, is very weak. That doesn't mean that it's not going to run, but the news is weak. So it's not going to hold. Let me pull it up on AskEdgar. AMIX. 6 million float. It does have a decent amount of institutional ownership, 32%, short interest 3%, overall offering risk medium. They do have quite a need for cash though, and if they want to do anything with clinical trials, they're going to have to get some cash. They only have 4.3 months of cash left. Let me dig into what kind of dilution options they have. I really want to play this. I kind of wanted to get to 130, add about 2,000 or 3,000 shares, see if it flushes there. But let me, before I go in that blindly. And 8:30 is 8 minutes away. So AMIX. So they have a shelf, a S3 shelf, 0.64 million, so 640,000 unused, plus 1.4 million at the money, plus a 15 million equity line gives multiple active vehicles to raise cash quickly. So yeah, they have quite a bit. They have a registered Series B inducement warrants, 1.48 at $1.72. Interesting. Interesting. So right here, they might try to get it up there. Ooh, we're flushing out. Oh, back in the money. Barely, but I went ahead and trimmed out. So I'm not in it anymore. I haven't made anything on this one anyways. I made $80 and I lost 50, then I made 30 of it back just then. So, but if it does push to 130, I will add some size there because and then if it breaks it, I'll just cut. But I think there's a chance if it pushes to 130 with all these wick, it's obviously wicked down here a few times. It's popped to this level and failed previously. So I might play it there. But again, I still don't absolutely love this play. I really like to play these biotech companies above their warrant prices, but it's way up there. So but let's see. So I'm not in it anymore. But they have a decent amount of dilution on the books and warrants. I was just reacting to Magnus' book and others that might fancy going short against institutions. Yeah, I hear you. VCIG's climbing. Y'all said that a while ago. It might not be climbing anymore. Where is it trying to go? Might be a play right here, guys. Yeah, the thing I do like about AMIX is like it's not that hard to play this one because it's not just like running off and leaving VWAP behind. It's making pushes up and it comes back to VWAP. So, like I said, the 130 range, if it gets up there, I'll be interested. But still, like I would love to see it get there before 8:30 so I could get my position before the 8:30 PRs come out, if there's any, and if people even respond to them, because this market's been not a PR pump friendly market. GNS. Talking about that one, Martin. Ooh, that was a nice flush on VCIG. Good call. GNS. Oh wow. What happened here? You talking about? You said what a waterfall in GNS should enter again on VWAP retest, but I'm a chicken. It's a long ways from that though. Talking about this one, GNS. There we go. It's pushing now. I went ahead and added 1,000 shares at 123. Probably getting in early. But I like the 830s right around the corner. And then I'll add a couple thousand up here. I got 4,000 waiting. I mean 4,000 locates located, but I only have 3,000 waiting at 129. So if it pushes to 129, I'm gonna enter 3,000 more shares. You know what? I'm gonna bump that down to 2,000 and then wait for price action to see what it does. Ooh, I got it. Got it, got it, got it. Hit 130 on the dot. There we go. I'm up $100 on it, but I'd like to see a nicer flush on it, or up over $100 on it now. So I want to see if it flushes a little harder. I might regret that. There we go. Trimming some here at 123. So I'm still in 2,000 shares. So I'll just wait, see if there's a bigger flush, and I'll just stop out if it goes above it. So I'm in a share size count that I'm cool with, even if I have to cut. So I'm gonna see if I can wait to see if it comes back to 113-ish.
GLMD.
GLMD. Ooh, what is going on with this one? Let's go. This is what I like to see. Oh, it's only 20%. Look, way more than that. Dang, and it flushes immediately. I probably should look up and see what the story is with this one, but I just got in that little position because the way it's moving. So GLMD, what's the story with this one? Oh, there we go. This thing is all over the place. What's the float on this one? I better be careful with this one. It's trading kind of sketchy. 5 million float. Okay, we good. Low institutional ownership, low insider. So I'm just going to see if this one flushes back down. I'm not going to take profits. I got an amazing entry, 129, or I think it's pretty good. So I want to see if it just dies off. What was the news? And it's kind of dying off now. There we go. I covered 500 at 118, but I don't know what the news is. One May report, or is this a different one? Sorry. GLMD. Top line results in oncology. Ooh, uh-oh, that's pretty good news actually. Oh, findings are preclinical though. Okay, I'll play this one, but something about it seems a little sketchy. I can't figure out what it is. So my next order is at 139. What ended up happening to AIMX? Okay, we're falling. We're falling. There we go. I might trim another 1,000 shares here. Okay. So I'm only in 1,000 shares now of AMIX. I just play in the 130 level. See if it flushes a little bit more. Got out at 120. There's a pretty big bid, 119, but I think it'll break through it at some point. Going back to GLMD, what's it doing? Just kind of dancing around this area. Guess I should pull up the daily. It does have a little bit of previous support turn resistance in this area. I want to add size to it. I've just been playing like abnormally small today, but there's nothing I've wanted to add size to though. So my next order is at 139 if it wants to wick up there again. Oh, let's go. It's exactly what we wanted. AMIX 130 back to VWAP. Picture perfect. I'm out. Let's go. Watch it flush completely now. I'm content with this though. That was a solid move. And I did go a little heavier with this one. Unfortunately, I got out of 1,000 shares somewhere around, I think 122 and, well, I can't remember, but did pretty well with it, so I can't complain. This is a perfect example of money rotation. It went to a level I liked. I added size. Something else stole attention. It flushed. So, good stuff. Now let's see what to do with GLMD. Putting up a little fight. Low overall offering risk. And remember, I'm only in 500 shares now because I got in 1,000 at 129 and I got out at 118. 500 shares. But if it gets up to 139, I'm gonna add 1,000 more. But it's an Israeli company, 5 million float. Ooh, how did it says institutional ownership 122, 122%. Let me see what FinViz says. If so, I'm just gonna get out of this one, guys, because those just get manipulated too much. GLMD. Oh, it only says institutional ownership 4%, 1%. We good. It's the only thing about AskEdgar. I feel like they're. Oh, let's go. I'm gonna go and cover the rest here, guys. 116. I'm out. Well, could it flush back to $1? Maybe, but I don't care. There's just not much of these moves. So, oh my God, I said I wouldn't care. Now I care. Jesus Christ, what a flush. I thought it would bounce here at the 200, but geez, that one went right back to 101. Wow. All right, I'm not in any plays right now. Did decent with AMIX, did decent with GLMD, but still wasn't that big a size. I was hoping I'd get that 139 fill on it, but it didn't ever happen. Yeah, I haven't. I'm getting myself in trouble with this comment. KG, I don't know how to say your name. 1743. I don't know if y'all seen me when I wasn't. I don't think y'all heard me when I wasn't. Y'all only knew my morning routine. Y'all would giggle. So yeah, no, again, didn't make that much on those plays because I just didn't have a lot of size, but I am at 884 on the morning now. So again, that's when for a hot market, that's not too good, but in these markets, man, it's just hard to make any money. My biggest winners on the day is still VEEE at 4 o'clock. I'm glad I had that one, or my day would be a little underwhelming, but little base hits on AMX and GLMD, but not enough size, not enough plays. Because y'all know I don't like to enter really heavy on any play. I like to play multiple tickers that are good setups. And I get most people's theory is completely different. It's not quality, it's not quantity, it's quality. But with these sketchy small caps that need money and manipulated, like it's hard for me to be super confident. I mean, I do add size sometimes, but again, like I don't add a lot of size on one or two plays and just play them because I don't trust any of these tickers. Like they're all pumping for a reason. They need cash. They're manipulated. So in slower markets like this, with my style, the more like quantity over quality, it's kind of tough to have big pre-market mornings with how slow it's been. And like I said, I will add size. Y'all saw me add a little size here at like 130. I had a good feeling, and I'll pat myself on the back on that one. That was a good level. Added, a couple thousand shares. I was in 3,000 and caught that, but still, not that big of size. And there hasn't just been like one just like nasty flush I called. It could have been this one if I would have got that 139 fill I wanted, but never got back up there. But that was a crazy flush to one. It recovered quick too. So we're after eight. It's after 8:30. This is when my win rate goes down a lot. Um, so I'm gonna be very particular. I'm gonna keep my eyes out maybe a few more minutes, but after 8:30, after 9, win rate goes down a little bit because when they pump and break new highs, they usually keep pumping until market opens. And then market opens is the great equalizer. Stocks that are pumping sometimes fade, stocks that are fading sometimes pump. So I try not to hold positions into 9:30 because it just feels more like gambling. I'll take positions after 9:30, even as quick as 9:31 or something. But if they test the level I like, but I just don't like holding positions into 9:30 these days. I used to do it all the time. Won't be in trouble in Quebec. It's legal, yeah. Y'all even ahead of us. Canada. Because in Florida, it's only legal medical right now. But the dispensaries I run are in the Midwest, not Florida. And guys, my wife just got home, and I haven't seen her in a little bit. So I usually don't trade after 8:30 that much anyways. I don't really see anything pumping. Oh, well, it says GLMD. Let's see who it is coming back up there. My wife can hang on. So yeah, if it gets much higher, if it gets to 135, that's a crazy recovery. I wanted to push it a little bit higher. This might be the level it fails at though, because this is the top part of the last candle, 132. But I don't want to get in that early. I want to get in 135, 139, and if it doesn't get there, it doesn't get there. See you, Ordo. Always appreciate your insight, bro. I was saying bye to Ordo, but I think I'm probably going to sign off. Y'all know my game plan with this one. So if it gets 135, 139, I might look to get an entry. But again, I'm probably sit on my hands unless I see something else pop. Just an FYI, the last few days there's been some nasty 9 o'clock pops and fades. I usually don't play those too much. I might today, but I'm gonna be pretty particular with them. Um, if I do play them, but I'm probably going to go ahead and sign off on the morning, guys. I'll be content with where I'm at. A little disappointing morning, but green is green. Gotta always be happy about that. Hopefully y'all made some money. And if y'all want to learn more, join the Discord. I have the link in the description if you're interested. This, y'all just see the pre-market. We have playbooks for other time of days, and actually I've been way more fruitful intraday lately because pre-market has not been, it's not been a lot of opportunity. So on that note, if you're not interested, all good. Oh, did my 130, my 139 just got filled because I still had it sitting there. It shows it only wicked to 138, but I'm in 1,000 shares right now. Let's go. That's crazy. Oh, on trade, even on TradeZero, it shows it only got wicked up to 138, but my 139 got filled. Holy crap, that never happens. So now I'm up 100 bucks on it. I might just hold this one, guys. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna hold this one. I'm about to sign off, but I want to see if this one fades a little more, and I'll just stop out if it breaks a new high. But anyways, on that note, Yeah, if y'all, I live stream every day, Monday through Thursday. If that's all you're interested in, all good. I will be here tomorrow. See y'all.